Welcome to Lucknow Kya Hai? I'm Ajit Chak and I'm your host for the day. Operation Ganga is underway and the four ministers of the Modi government are doing an excellent job in evacuating the 20,000 students stuck in Ukraine. The IAF is involved, General V.K. Singh is involved, Puri is involved, Sindhya is involved and Kiran Rijiju is there. And more than 8,000 students, they say, have already been brought over to India, which is an excellent job. Now, there is another situation here. The process doesn't end here. It is true that the government of India has managed to bring its citizens back safely, but these students have put in 4 to 5 years of education in the Ukraine, and there are chances they may never get to see their degrees or complete their education there, because we don't know which way this war will go, whether it will last 15 days or it will last a year, whether the Ukraine will build up resistance groups and Mujahideen-like factions to fight the Russians, and the EU will supply them with arms, and the Americans and the CIA will get into the act. We don't know. We don't know when normalcy will come back to the Ukraine and whether these students, who after putting in so much of effort, will ever get to see their degrees. These people are Indian skilled manpower. They have the potential to become doctors. Now it is up to the HRD ministry and the education ministry to step in and create bridge courses for them, or to ensure that they can be absorbed somewhere where they can study, finish their courses either in India or somewhere else, and finally get a degree so that they can become doctors, what they set out to do, and that their money has not been wasted. There is a lot of flack right now flying around on the social media by certain individuals who are going around saying that the government should not have wasted money in bringing these students back to India in the first place. There are also issues involved here regarding the quality of education being given to these students. But the fact of the matter is, these students went abroad because there were not sufficient government medical colleges in the country. And private medical education is frightfully expensive. Private medical education being frightfully expensive means that private hospitals employ students who have taken huge education loans to the tune of 1.5 to 2 crores each to complete their medical degrees. And therefore, these hospitals charge phenomenal fees as well, making medical treatment very expensive. So it's a crisis point that we are reaching in medical education. On the other hand, this criticism that India should have left the students there and not bother to evacuate them is wrong too, because the spirit of India is very different, and India is not just any other country. Other countries can afford to neglect their citizens. We cannot. We have a government which has been created by the people, for the people, and of the people. Sovereignty in India does not rest in the parliament or the executive or the judiciary or the legislature or the bureaucracy. It rests in the common man, which is why the common man or the student trapped in Ukraine today is the most important person in this country. And the government has to step in to save their lives and their careers. Both are equally important. This is what the Indian spirit and the spirit of the Indian nation is all about. Because a country which has 130 crore people has to set an example for the rest of the world, so that when people talk about India, they say, yes, India is the guiding light which has given us a way, a path to follow in the 21st century. And we must never forget this, that India, with its 130 crore people, of which more than 30 to 40 crore are young people who will be going everywhere in the world to work, they will create examples for the rest of the world to follow. We must never forget the Indian spirit and the spirit of the Indian nation. Jai Hind.